Have you been wondering what's going to happen with the real estate market for the remainder of 2025? Well, with fluctuating interest rates, uncertainty in prices, and showing starting to slow down, a lot of people have been asking me questions. So here are some things that we've seen already and that we continue to expect to see. One thing is that there's fewer home sales this year than last year. As a matter of fact, the number of home sales occurring this year are about equivalent to where we were in 2013, over a decade ago. Interest rates are still in the mid to high sixes, and they're expected to stay in that range. In addition to that, there are fewer buyers that are in the market today. Also, inventory is still incredibly low. Some other factors that we've seen too is that there's a lot more price reductions occurring in the market and a lot more homes expiring and failing to sell than coming back onto the market at a much lower price than the sellers initially anticipated. Let me explain to you what this actually means to you as a seller. It's really important that you continue to watch and not just take that information at face value. What this means to you as a home seller is it's incredibly important to make sure that you understand where to price your home correctly and make sure that you enter the market at that level, because you're going to sell for what you're expecting at that price, if not more. Now, many home sellers think that it's still a very frothy market, a good market, and they're overpricing their home. They're overshooting it by 10 to 15%. Now, what we're seeing is that they're having to continuously make price adjustments to get their home down to the value where buyers are willing to pay for it. Now, in return, the days on market start to accumulate, and in the end, your offers get lower and lower and lower, and you ultimately end up selling for far less than you could have if you were to price your home correctly to begin with. I see this happen time and time again. Now, we have some great programs for you to help you with this solution. One is our multiple offer guarantee. Before you list, this is what all sellers are considering and calling us about, is in one visit, we'll bring you multiple offers at market value for you to consider and evaluate side by side to choose if any of these are great for you. If you decide to list and go on the market, again, it's important that you price correctly. Now, what we've seen, again, is homes that are priced correctly sell within 7 days and for 100% of asking price, if not more, and homes that are overpriced sit on the market for over 70 days and end up selling for 8 to 10% less than they could have if they would have initially listed their home at the correct price to begin with. Sure, there's a lot fewer buyers in the market. Again, like I said, there's as many buyers buying today as there were in 2013. That's a long time ago. Now, also, it's important to remember that inventory is incredibly low too. So what does that mean? As I was explaining to one of our customers in the Charleston area, is in their price bracket, there were 14 other homes that they were competing against, which sounded like a lot to them, and that number startled them. However, I also explained that over the last 30 days, there's been 15 homes that have sold. And that means that there's a home selling every other day. That's actually quite a bit of activity if there's only 14 homes on the market, right? If there's 14 homes on the market and there's 14 homes being sold in a month's time frame, then there's about 1 month worth of inventory. And that's a pretty low amount of inventory. Now, the only reason that you wouldn't get multiple offers and you wouldn't sell for top dollar, if not up slightly above asking price, is because you way overshoot the market. Unfortunately, that's exactly what this client did, is he decided to way overshoot the market. And there were some initial offers that would have netted them $30,000 more than the offer that they ended up accepting. So it's a very tough learning lesson. However, it does happen. So if you're a home seller, I think there's some lessons to be learned in that story, which is A, before you list, you should consider a multiple offer guarantee from us to see what those look like. And B, make sure that you really evaluate your home's value and price it right to begin with, and that's how you'll sell for top dollar instead of sitting on the market and eventually receiving lower and lower offers on your home. Now, ultimately, as a home seller, what's most important is that you choose somebody that has the right marketing plan. And the reason why is that there's no guarantee that all the buyers in the market are going to see your home unless you have the Dave Friedman Team's marketing plan. We can measure the results, and we use the same kind of marketing strategy that Fortune 500 companies use to make their brands famous and household names, and we employ those same exact strategies on your home. That way we can guarantee that every buyer in the market that could be interested knows about your home and they know everything about it. And that's how I generate thousands of leads for your home. We take those leads, we call them, prospect them, and set appointments for your home. And that's so critical because if you're not working the leads appropriately, they don't turn into appointments. So we're very skilled at overcoming objections and booking appointments on people's schedule that works out well for them. And that way we can make sure that the entire market is not just familiar with your home from an online presence. And we do omni-channel marketing that nobody else does in this market. And we book more showings than anybody else. We'll be able to show you side-by-side comparison, all the other homes that are on the market that are your competition and how many showings those homes are receiving in comparison to ours. And I guarantee you that we'll be receiving many more showings than the competition. That way we know that there is no buyer in the market that hasn't seen your home. And that's how we can elevate your chances of getting multiple offers, selling for top dollar, quickly, and for the least amount of hassles. Now for home buyers, what this might mean to you is something a little bit different. You're looking at interest rates right now. They're high, they're in the 6 to 7 range. Homes aren't as affordable as they were before, and so that's putting a pinch on people financially. However, there are some really good opportunities out there because there's this whole market of home sellers that are overpricing their home and they're getting very desperate to sell, which means that when those days on market rack up, we can start coming in and making low offers on them to secure you a home at a very big discount in comparison to somebody that comes on the market at the right price and market value. Another thing that's a huge benefit to home sellers and home buyers alike is our interest rate program, where if you sell or you're not even a home seller and you're just looking to buy, we have access to rates in the 3 to 4% range, which makes homes way more affordable and can increase your purchase price and buying power. So make sure you reach out to us today because this doesn't last forever, and we'd love to help you with your home search. If you have any more questions on the market itself and what that might mean to you and the direction that it's heading in, then please reach out to us and let us know. There's a lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines and not doing anything right now, and those people are definitely snoozing because it's a great opportunity to come in and actually get a low interest rate and negotiate a great price on your next home. In addition to that, be able to, by pricing it right, selling your home for more than what it's worth. Now, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we hopefully have the opportunity to earn your business in helping you as a home seller or as a home buyer. Thank you so much.